The effort to curb overdevelopment or sprawl has become a major issue in New Jersey. There are concerns about its effect on the local water supply and traffic patterns. In part one of his special report, Barn Owls of the Delaware Bayshore, environmental reporter Ed Rodgers focuses on a seclusive animal that's habitat is often impacted by the changes development brings.
It's one of the last areas of the state that's gone almost untouched by development, the Delaware Bayshore. The farmlands of Cumberland and Salem counties here are still home to a haunting raptor. It's where Dr. Bruce Colvin spends his summers, going into the rafters of old farm buildings in search of barn owls.
They're saying, "I'm a bad guy, stay away from me." It's a predator defense sound, and it's thought to be mimicking the sound of a snake.
In 22 years, Colvin has banded more than 950 of the owls, known for their distinctive heart-shaped face.
This female is 1 year old. We banded it as a chick about 10 miles south of here, and only about 2% of the birds that we band as chicks end up nesting in Salem and Cumberland counties where we banded them as chicks.
The barn owls need two things, a structure like this to nest and nearby wetlands and grasslands to hunt.
What we've discovered is they may fly 2-3 miles away to hunt in pastures and meadows and marshland, and that's why in southwest New Jersey there's a lot of barn owls in comparison to many other parts of the country because of the meadows and the wetland areas where they hunt.
This long-term study shows that land use and barn owl populations are linked. The barn owl numbers in New Jersey and other eastern states have declined in the last 20 years. But Colvin says the drop has not been as sharp along the Delaware Bayshore.
Well, what has happened in the eastern United States in many cases is that dairy farms have declined in number, grassland areas, pastures, we've lost wetland areas, and those are all habitats important to the barn owl for foraging, for hunting, for their preferred prey, the meadow vole.
The birds are considered endangered in several Midwestern states. Since the early 1990s, Colvin says changes in land use have resulted in a drop in the number of inland areas, such as Woodstown and Elmer in Salem County, where the owls were traditionally found.
We have seen decline in numbers in areas that were historically dairy country in southern New Jersey and are now transitioned more to housing and nursery stock and sod farms where the foraging habitat isn't there for the barn owl.
In part two of the series, we'll show you how changes in weather also affect the barn owl population. Ed Rodgers, NJN News, Greenwich Township, Cumberland County.